Hi, it's Amy from paperinspool.com, and I'm here working on my day 18 for my December daily. And what I've got is I've got some photos of Max's Christmas concert. I'll just show you the photos. And this one was, like, they're really horrible photos because I took them on my phone in a crowded auditorium in the dark. So the photos are just going to be kind of helping to tell the story. And I've got a couple of journal cards here from the Paisley Press kit that I'm planning on using. I've got some vellum. I'm going to make a little pocket. And then I've got my day number 18. So I'm just going to start by kind of putting things. Now this one was facing this way, but I think I'm going to just turn it around so that it can be for the other side. And I had this one here, but it's not quite right. I'm going to set it to the side for now. And I also had this one. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And I feel like that might kind of be the right thing. Actually, you know what? I'll do this here, and then I'll do this. I'm going to make a little pocket for this photo on this side so that it's going to kind of float over here. So I'm going to just put this, it's the most wonderful time of the year, on the back. And that's how these are going to work together. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. Okay, I'm going to need to grab my scissors. I know they're not in here. Okay, yes, I'm going to do that first. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to take one of these tabs and put it on the top of that little card. Now really my only thought with this was to make it so that that transparent page is not just like a page, that it actually has some kind of function or purpose, that it's not just kind of floating there. And now I'm going to cut this slightly larger than the 3x4 card. And then in order to make it similar to other little pockets that I've had, actually I'm going to have to probably trim that down. I'm going to take my 1-inch punch and just make a little notch there. A little bit less. I want to be able to kind of see it, that that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here with my little vellum, I guess it doesn't really matter which side is the right side for the vellum. Now with the vellum on a transparent page, I'm going to be really careful to do this neatly because you are going to be able to see this adhesive. And I did this last year once too. I think it was on my day 5 layout last year, where I just used vellum and made a little pocket like this. I might have to trim down that card. I think I'm being too... I think I'm taking up too much room with this tape. I might not be able to fit the 3x4 pocket card in the pocket. Okay, so like I say, you're going to be able to see this adhesive. But I found that the effect last year wasn't that bad. I didn't mind it. Now here comes the real, where do I line it up? I think right there. It's a good spot. And then the photo can just slide in there. Good, I really love that. That looks great. And then you can kind of see it on this side. It's kind of poking through. Actually, I love the look of the little quote there on that side. That's going to be a really neat kind of see-through, peek-through thing there. Okay, so I want to put something on here, a little bit of a sentiment or something like that. And I really want to make sure it stays on. So I'm not going to look for something that's going to be pretty sticky and that's not going to get knocked off. Sometimes with something a little bit bigger or large that sticks up off the page like a chipboard, it would have the tendency to get knocked off. I kind of like this winter one. That's a good, because it was the winter concert. The snowman is kind of cute. Maybe even just some of these stars. I have the star on that side, so if I kind of have some stars coming down here. Now these are kind of vellum-y stickers. How well do they show up? Oh yeah, okay, I like that. Yeah, that'll work for me. Okay, I had a few more here. Then I'm just going to add this sentiment, be bright, right under, so I've got Max in the middle of this photograph. He's right there. And so I'm going to add that kind of right where you can see him in there. And now one thing I am going to do, because I learned this one, is I'm also going to put a small little sticker by him. Because sometimes when you come back to these things, you're like, what was going on here? Where's my kid? I've had that mostly happen with like sports photos. Not so much with these like school style ones where I know more of the other kids, but you never know. And especially if somebody else is looking at it and they weren't at the event and they don't know, then that's a good way to make sure that somebody who's looking through the album can kind of see what's going on. Okay, so now over here on this side, I've got this card to fill in. I'm going to add this, and then I've got, so my back is going to be, may our days be sparkly and festive. Now this little piece here that I made with the really, really cute little pine branches that were available and some cool cream cord really does not stay in the pocket well. And that's partially because it's kind of bulky at the top and the pocket really wants to let it out. So I am trying to think of a good way, and now that I cut that, it doesn't want to stick, to keep it in the pocket. And I think that I'm going to staple it down from the outside. So I'm going to pop it in there. Now I'm going to do this first before I get too invested in anything else, because if I wreck it, then I can just grab another page protector quickly. But I think it'll be okay. So I'm going to just staple right here. Hopefully that keeps it in. Yeah, that should work just fine. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is add my journaling onto this card here. And then my day 18 will be complete. And I'm just going to add a couple more of those little stickers to this side. And then on this one here, have the big chipboard set. I haven't really used very much of it at all. It was one of those ones, sometimes you think, yeah, I'll use all of that, and then you get it in your hands and you're like, oh, well, it's not really speaking to me so much now. I did want to put something on this big photo, maybe kind of more on the side. Now, I find that these chipboard, the big 12 by 12 chipboard pages like this are so thick, and they're a little too thick for what I want, which, I mean, if you were doing more traditional layouts and trying to build up like an embellishment cluster, I totally understand that. But I like to pull some of that bulk off so that this becomes a little bit closer to the size of Allie's chipboard, which is not quite as thick as that stuff. And so I'm going to put that one down there. Now I have the green up here, and I'm going to just search here. I've got some green. It's not quite the right green. This is maybe a little bit closer. I think I'm going to go for this Family Memories one because we were able to bring a lot of family this year, which I know might not always be able to do because usually it's like very strict with the amount of tickets. So I'm going to add that one there, and then that one just kind of layered on top of it. All right, so I did not end up using this All I Need right now, but that's okay because I had too many out anyways originally for this spread. So I'm gonna leave it like this. I've got my little photo to pull up here and loving this, and then I've got my photo of the stage over here along with my 18. So just show you what I've got on the back here. Now on the back, because I've stapled that, you can see the back of this. I'm not really so worried about that because I've got kind of the same white star effect going on here. So I'm just gonna have to find something that's gonna go in there, something sparkly and festive, and then it will lead over into my day 19. And then my day 19, I've got this page protector all set up. It's all green and gold. I used some really pretty vellum here with snowflakes on it, and then the other side has some more pieces as well. This was from the December Daily Advent Calendar, and then I just fused this in triangles. So that's what I've got coming up for day 19. You'll notice I don't have a number on here. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get a number on here yet, and a couple of other, I'm gonna have to think of what I'm gonna put in these pockets. So that's what's coming up for day 19. Thanks for joining me here again, and I'll just leave that on what I've finished up here today. I can't believe this month is going by so quickly. Just in terms, I can kind of give you an idea of a bit of my schedule. I will hopefully be posting up until Saturday, possibly Sunday, and then I'm going to be taking the time to be with my family, and I'll have to post the rest for you after the fact. But like I've said it in a few videos now, I have really loved having you guys kind of along with me for the journey this year, and your comments and the time that you've taken to watch my videos has been super inspiring to me and really helped me keep going with this project. So thank you. Have a great day.